The managing director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, has said global growth will bottom out this year. While speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos, she affirmed the IMF's forecast for global growth rate will slow down to 2.7% this year from around 3.2% last year.
Accelerate this year, but since in the beginning of the year we do seek some good news, here it is for you. We also expect in 23 growth to bottom out. In other words, to start a process in which we go up rather than down.
The IMF chief highlighted three significant challenges confronting the world: the war in Ukraine, high interest rates and the cost of living crisis. She warned the world that if global tensions are allowed to fragment the global economy, it could cost trillions in lost growth.
COVID and the war told us security of supply requires some redundancy in supplies. In other words, there would be some cost. But if we are smart to keep that to the level where we make the economy, the world economy, more resilient and not drag the world into a place where we will be all poorer and we would be less secure. My fear is that we are sleepwalking into this world. But hey, here is Davos. Wake up! Do the right thing.
At the same event, Saudi Arabia's foreign minister said their position was correct amidst last year's row with the US over OPEC Plus's decision to reduce oil output.
Energy security is absolutely key, and here what we feel in the kingdom is that stability is absolutely the key to that energy security. So one of what we believe the successes of, for instance, OPEC and OPEC Plus has been, it has been able to deliver a relatively stable oil price, one that is predictable by both consumers and producers. Some other energy sources have faced significant challenges in that regard, significant rises, and we continue to be committed to that.
He also said, as the world's top oil exporter, Saudi Arabia has a responsibility to provide stability to the oil market. WION's business editor Sumit Chaturvedi has been tracking the World Economic Forum and now joins us live from Davos. Sumit, great to have you on the show. Hope Davos is treating you well. Of course, the temperatures are something else altogether, but going by the various utterances of the global economic experts who've gathered there, including the IMF chief, of course, we know that the global economy has been battered significantly by both the COVID pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. Let me ask you a blunt question. Do you get the sense that all these experts are essentially warning us that the world is staring at a global recession?
Well, that's what's been confirmed by IMF already, that in 2023, one-third of the economy is staring at recession. And not just recession, inflation is a big problem that is going to be there as well. Let's begin with the recession first. Yes, over the last few years, the kind of growth which was visible will not be there this year. Recession, as we know, technical recession is about 2 quarters of degrowth. That will happen for many, many countries. That's what is being talked about here as well. In Davos, Switzerland, Europe, America, they are all staring at a recession. But somehow it's also being said that recession may be slower or less deeper than earlier expected. That is what is giving a sigh of relief to many of the executives who are here, of policymakers who are here. Recession is something which is bound to happen. IMF has already said many times. But how deep it's going to be, that's certain. That is something which has been now going to be seen how it happens this year. Apart from that, one interesting thing what many of the policymakers were talking about, executives were talking about, is inflation going